Yo, y'all already know what it is. It's the newest, hottest, best sports podcast show in the world.
Man, it's the Not For Losers Sports Podcast, unfiltered, unscripted, real takes, high stakes, and I am one half of the dynamic dude. They call me the Fresher. As y'all know, every episode is sponsored by the luxurious streetwear brand Numi Vested / Coins Apparel. Look, smell, feel like money today at www.coinsapparel.store. Okay, chat. Before I start this episode, we would like to thank everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed to the channel. And for those that's just joining us, man, you are in the right place if you want to hear what you're not going to hear at them other major networks, man. So we would like to give y'all a round of applause. Nah, we thank you. We appreciate you. We love y'all, man. So, chat, how do y'all feel, man? We get football next week. I don't care if it's preseason or what. I don't care. Like, yo, listen, I don't really watch basketball like that no more because it's uninteresting. But when the football season ends, I don't know what to do with myself. So just because we get the Hall of Fame game next weekend, I am ecstatic, man. I think it's the Lions versus the Chargers, man. Just to see an NFL game is like breathtaking to me. But I'm not here to talk about that. This is what I'm here to talk about. If y'all not aware, right? Cam Newton gave his top 10 list. This is trending on everywhere, man. The man gave his top 10 list, and Jaylen Herz didn't make it on the list. And if y'all seen our previous episodes here at Not For Losers Sports Podcast, I don't believe me or Sunny Boulevard had Jaylen Herz in our top 10. If he was in my top 10, I can't recall. I probably had him 9th or 10th. Because I don't, listen, Jaylen Herz is talented. But if we was to have like a fantasy draft and we go in order, I don't think Jaylen Herz would get picked up in the top 10 picks as in quarterbacks. I'm just being honest. He might will by somebody that like that style of quarterback, man. But not to me. So back to the story at hand. Cam Newton left Jaylen Herz off his top 10 quarterback list. And everybody in the world has something to say. Shout it out to Ryan Clark. I like Ryan Clark. I'm never going to disrespect Ryan Clark on this show because I truly do like Ryan Clark and his takes. Brilliant mind. Dan Orlovsky. I love Dan Orlovsky. Like, yo, listen, Dan Orlovsky is so underrated. He one of the reasons why I watch ESPN. When he give his breakdown, it's just, even though, listen, this is another thing. Dan Orlovsky, he was not an elite quarterback in this league at all. At all. He was a bottom-tier quarterback, but the way the man break the game down is magnificent, man. So I love Dan Orlovsky. And Terrell Owens, they all jumped on Cam Newton. I don't know what it is. It's like everybody is in court representing Jaylen Herz, man. Nobody, listen, man, just because the man won a Super Bowl and won Super Bowl MVP, that doesn't make him a top 10 quarterback in this league. I mean, hell, Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Did that make them a top 10 quarterback? No, man. Nick Foles beat Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback to ever step on the field. Did that make Nick Foles a better quarterback than Tom Brady? Hell no. So let's stop with this notion that just because Jaylen Herz just won a Super Bowl, we have to put this cape on him and give him all types of praise, man. This is ridiculous, man. So let me show y'all, chat, what's going on if y'all not aware, right? So boom. let me get to this. And this is courtesy of Sports Illustrated. And Mike Muratis is the person who created this article. Cam Newton fires back at Terrell Owens over Jaylen Herz, or over comments on Jaylen Herz. Carolina Panthers great Cam Newton isn't taking Terrell Owens shots at him lying down. Carolina Panthers great Cam Newton is making a lot of people angry lately. Newton recently left Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jaylen Herz off his list of top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. The decision comes after Hertz helped guide the Eagles to the Super Bowl. One of the detractors of Newton's list was NFL Hall of Famer Terrell Owens, who criticized Newton for his Hertz take. Now, Terrell Owens, now we know you are being biased because you were once a Philadelphia Eagle. Now, you know, if you was in that locker room, if you was in that huddle, you would be 10 times worse than A.J. Brown. I mean, yo, listen, when your top receiver grabs a book in the middle of a game and start reading a book, body language is everything. What is that telling you? The passing game is lethargic. He is fed up with Jaylen Herz. Like, come on, man. Like, this, like, and y'all cover the sport. Yo, listen, Cam Newton is entitled to his opinion, man. I mean, everybody factors in different things when it comes to grading their quarterbacks, man. But I know for a fact that if you ask Jaylen Herz just to be a pocket passer, he would not be successful. I mean, he had every piece imaginable a few years ago. They started 10-1, and then they lost the rest of their games or something like that, man. Went to the wild card game, and Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers spanked them. And he had the same roster almost that he has now. They had to go get a superstar running back to add to that roster in order to get over the hump. So let's stop acting like we just being Jaylen Hertz haters, man. That's not a fact. We just going off the eye test. And when your superstar receiver reads a book on the sideline, what else do you need to see? Like, come on, man. So this is what Terrell Owens had to say to Cam Newton. You would be judging him if he had all of that and wasn't playing well, Owens said on Instagram. This is a Skip Bayless type of statement with dreads. Don't be mad at Jaylen because he's making great decisions. Maybe had you made the decision to jump on a ball, just maybe, y'all will say anything to go viral. This isn't Cam. No, this ain't no. I can't. Now, Skip Bayless say some outrageous things. Shout it out to Skip, too. I like Skip Bayless. I was so distraught when Undisputed split up. That was my favorite morning show. But shout it out to Skip Bayless. Nah, yo, Terrell Owens, man. Let's just be real, bro. I'm talking to you, Terrell. Come on, man. You know you being biased because you was once a Philadelphia Eagle. And like I said, if you was in that huddle in that locker room, you would probably put on a worse show than A.J. Brown did with reading a book. Like, this got to stop, man. So it didn't take long for Newton to respond. We knew Cam Newton was going to respond. In the Wednesday episode of his 4th and 1 with Cam Newton podcast, he called Owens out for his checkered pass with quarterbacks. The next person that I will go to is Terrell Owens, Newton said. Terrell Owens, I can say so much about you, and I will not. Because at the end of the day, we all know that you didn't have the best relationships with your quarterbacks. Me being a quarterback, I'm just going to leave it at that, Newton concluded. Owens wasn't the only one that fired back. Hey, yo, Ryan Clark, man, hold on, let me get to you. He also took former player and current ESPN analyst Ryan Clark to task after Clark criticized Newton for his take on Hertz, and also took a shot at Newton for his infamous Super Bowl blunder. Yo, Ryan Clark, man, I just shouted you out for, for stepping on RG3 neck, man, for his bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just shouted you out, man. And I still salute you. I respect Ryan Clark wholeheartedly, man. I love Ryan Clark, man. Shout out to Ryan Clark in the pivot. But come on, man. Like, I don't understand. Which one of y'all is Jaylen Herz' attorney, man? Like, let's be for real, man. So this is, okay, so Newton went on to list all of Clark's career accolades with the previous goal of showing that they don't compare with his own. Cam didn't, however, mention how Clark has one Super Bowl to Newton's 0. Can't go to that. Is Newton's reaction to Clark and Owens petty? Maybe, but let's not forget who took the petty shots first. It was definitely Clark and Owens. If nothing else, Newton has done a fantastic job to draw attention to his podcast, which has over 400,000 subscribers on YouTube as of this writing. However, we don't think that this is all Newton is doing to it for. However, we don't think that is all Newton is doing it for. Whatever, however they worded that. He has a platform and he has expressed his opinion on it. And that opinion isn't outlandish by any means. Again, that's courtesy of Sports Illustrated. So, I don't know, man. This is getting ridiculous, man. All right, so look, man. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Jaylen Herz stats last year. And I believe Jaylen Herz, he was efficient, man, but they didn't ask him to do much. And that's just the bottom line. They didn't, man. They didn't ask that man to do much at all, man. That's just it, man. Jaylen Herz, this is including the playoffs, man. He was 313 out of 452, a 69.2 completion percentage, 3,629 yards. He averaged 8 yards, man, per throw. 191 191 yards per game, 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions with a passer rating of 104.7, man. Like, let's stop, man. That's all I'm saying, man. The man is not required to do much. You got 2 number ones, a top 10 tight end in this league, a great offensive line, a magnificent defense, and a superstar running back at quarterback. I mean, a superstar running back in Saquon Barkley. Look, let me ask y'all a question, chat. So if we was to switch Jaylen Herz and Josh Allen, if you was to put Jaylen Herz on the Bills and Josh Allen on the Eagles, boy, oh boy. Listen, if Jaylen Herz played for the Bills, I don't even think they'd go to the playoffs. And if they do, they would get their ass handed to them in a wild card every year. If Josh Allen had that roster in Philly, he might go on an impeccable run. He might have dynasties of all dynasties, man. Like, this is what defines a quarterback to me, man. Can you do more with less? Patrick Mahomes lost Tyreek Hill and turned around and won a Super Bowl, man. I'm telling you, man, don't fall for the fool's gold. And that's just the bottom line. I'm not saying Jaylen Herz is not talented. We all know he is, man. The man is talented. But he is not elite. listen, if any team force him to turn him into a pocket passer, he is not going to be successful in this league. I'm sorry. I got to keep it all the way a stack, man. So, listen, Dan Orlovsky, Ryan Clark, Terrell Owens, man, like, let's be real, man. Lay up off of Cam, man. Cam gave his honest assessment, man. And I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. Honestly, I think y'all are being prisoners of the moment. Like the man Jaylen Herz almost got Nick Sirianni fired last year. Nick Sirianni was on a hot seat. Did y'all forget? So now Nick Sirianni is a Super Bowl winning coach. Was it because of Jaylen Herz? Or was it because they had to go out there and get a superstar running back to add to the already all? How many all-pro players is on that team? Ryan Clark, could you tell me? Dan Orlovsky, could you tell me? Terrell Owens, could you tell me, man? Like, come on, man. Let's just keep it all the way a stack, man. And listen, and this goes out. I'm speaking to you, Jaylen Herz. This is not a slight towards you, man. You are a Super Bowl winning quarterback with the Super Bowl MVP, man. Kudos to you. But that doesn't mean that you are an elite quarterback in this league, man. I would take a few quarterbacks that hasn't won one before I would take Jaylen Herz. I would definitely take Baker Mayfield before I take Jaylen Herz. Because I need my quarterback to be able to throw the ball efficiently. And we all know Baker Mayfield make boneheaded plays. But Baker Mayfield can make all the throws. Listen, I done seen Jaylen Herz. He act like he can't throw an out route sometime. Let's not act like we don't see what's going on. Come on, man. I'm not going to be here all day talking about. I took some shots in my comment section on a few episodes ago. People was telling me I was a Jaylen Herz hater. This was before Cam Newton said what he said. So is he a Jaylen Herz hater too? Or is we looking at it through a different lens? Man, listen, man. I'm out of here, man. You already know, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, man. And you already know.
We are